On this episode, I talk about hiring, specialization, and India's in this episode. Twice. You ask questions, and I answer them. This is the Ask GaryVee Show. Everybody, this is Gary VaynerChuck, and welcome to episode 51 of the Ask GaryVee Show. Before I get into the show, I want to talk about my coming out of basketball retirement morning, because D-Rock is here, and so is Stefan. They were two of the individuals at basketball this morning at 6:30. One thing Vayner Nation should know is that D-Rock is terrible at basketball, but he is so terrible that I actually had to stop him earlier this morning and tell him how proud I was of him, because for a man to go on the court being that terrible and willing to continue to try to get better shows a lot about how much self-esteem he has, and he's also clearly not terrible at what he does. And I'm just impressed with you, D-Rock. People might be thinking I'm making a joke and say, like, just to razz you. I'm not. I appreciated your tenacity. The couple of times you fouled me very hard and knocked me on the ground, you were also very kind and asked me if I was okay and tried to help me up. My intuition is that you're just a good guy, not because of the boss dynamics. And I'm just a very big fan of yours, D-Rock. By the way, Stefan's very good. So I also came out guns a-blazing. I just want the whole Vayner Nation to not be confused. If I did not come out and play well, there would have been no mention of basketball. Let's get into the show.
Andrew asks, on your team, is it better to have employees who are specialized in one thing or people who can wear many hats?
Andrew, I think the answer is both work. I think you need both in an organization of size. But in a world of not trying to be politically correct on this show and like trying to draw some real lines in the sand, I'm a huge fan of jack of all trades. Tons of people will tell you that means you're not good at any of them. I don't agree. I think I'm really awesome at 19 different things, and I'm watching even the people in this room get better at different things. I hate when people use the excuse of I'm great at this and I go deep in this to not try to get better at other things. So to make a 51-49 call, which is what this is, which is like both matter, both really do matter. D-Rock's not good at basketball, but he doesn't have to do that for what he's doing here. This one has a shot of being a meme. Makes Stefan so happy. But I won't do it to D-Rock. I'm gonna find something on somebody else. I'm gonna go with having multiple skills. I think it speaks to agility, and I love that.
Anthony asked, if given an opportunity to swap VaynerMedia for the Jets, would you? And why or why not? Not really, right, Gary?
Anthony, I would switch VaynerMedia for the New York Jets in a hot second. Now, I would take along all the employees and make them all work at the New York Jets, and I'd assume like of the 500 or so peeps that I could probably get like 312 to come over. Or I would just create some weird advertising division within the New York Jets that allowed me to keep everybody, because I've fallen quite in love. I'm very in love with you guys.
Thanks, Gary.
You're welcome. And so, I've fallen in love with all these peeps, but I would do it because I want to own the New York Jets, and that's the bottom line.
Gary, my name is Zach. I'm the CEO and lead designer here at Pyro Labs, which is a website design company. And my question for you today is, when you're faced with two equally qualified candidates, how do you choose which one to hire, assuming you only need to hire one employee? I'm asking because I've recently needed to hire on a lot of new employees for 2015, and I appreciate your answer. Thanks, man.
Zach, so many things are running through my head. All of them are going to razz you, which pisses me off because I really appreciate watching the show. And you seem like an awesome dude. Couple things, no such thing as equally qualified. Make a goddamn call, right? Just make one. Number two, it seems like you're growing pretty well. There's a weird part of me that's trying to tell you to hire both of them. The only rationale is that you can't justify in any shape or form within the first 6 months of 2015 you needing there's both so narrow, back to the last question, great way that worked out, that you could never see you using them, because if you love both of them so much, that you should absolutely hire both. I'm a big fan of hiring ahead of my growth. A lot of people are always like, how did you grow this so quickly? It's because I am on the offense and I'm hiring ahead of my growth because I'm not worried about my margin. I'm not hiring enough that I couldn't make payroll if something weird happened, and in a week I couldn't make payroll. I'm leaving a cushion for practicality because I'm an immigrant and I care about people and I wouldn't want to have layoffs. But I'm always on the offense. So the two big things that pop off for me are, one, are you indecisive, or was that like the best thing to figure out how to ask a question for the show? Or if you really mean it, as a CEO, and this is where if you're CEO and lead designer, you need to put your CEO hat on and make a decision. And then number two, as a CEO, you're hiring a lot of people. There's something weird, I can't tell you why, but there's something weird that tells me you should hire both.
Courtney asks, does it bother your wife that you constantly spin your ring?
No, Lizzie is way too big picture for something as silly as that. This is what always pisses me off, right? You see me spinning the ring and you decide, not you, but like people decide, oh, he must be on his fifth ring. All my friends who never spin their ring and are very conservative and don't travel the world and don't hustle 19 hours a day, all those people, they're on their third ring. Me? Right? Everybody talks about me being chaotic and all this stuff, and I'm like chaos and not tight and lists. Meanwhile, I don't lose my phone. I haven't lost my wallet. I don't leave my bag. Meanwhile, all these people around me, the A-types, they've left their phone. They've lost their thing. So don't sleep on my carelessness because it is dramatically smaller than most of you think. I can be chaos and practical at the same time. And that's what I am. And so Lizzie isn't scared of me spinning my ring because I'll never lose it. Got it?
Mike asks, how can I market a video and rank on Google if I do not want to utilize YouTube, but willing to invest time and finances?
Mike, this is an awkward question. The first thing that pops in my mind is, why don't you want to use YouTube? I'm trying to make conclusions here. Maybe you want it to be behind a paywall and get subscriptions. The energy of this question is off to me. I can't wrap my head around why you would not want it on YouTube in a world where there is so much by accident business in there because there's so many eyeballs and you can SEO for it. You're trying to SEO the video on Google when YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world and video is native towards it. Again, every spidey sense is that you want to charge for it, which you can still do on YouTube and block it, like block it, like this is off, brother. I'd love you to follow up and give me some rationale because I can't find much. Somebody help me here. Is there anybody got something for me?
Oh, unless he's got like some moral objection to YouTube, in which
got it. Good point.
Google is
maybe you hate YouTube and you've got a moral objection to YouTube, but Google is the same company. You're right. I can't make this connection point, and boy, all of you have watched many shows and many keynotes and many Q&As, and this is the one thing. Maybe this is a catalyst to live Q&A shows in the future of the Ask Gary Vee show. Maybe the people that are subscribed to my email service should get the only information of me doing live Q&A shows in 2015. Maybe that was a good opportunity to start teasing some future opportunities. Yeah, good show. Damn it, God damn it. I had such a great question. I never think of question. I'm all improv, but I had a good one this morning. I tried to regurgitate it right now. It's gone. Don't even try to find it. It's so gone, it'll never be found. So, question of the day. Oh, actually, before we go into the question of the day, I want you to show India. India did a piece of content yesterday. Show her. So she's ready. And Steve obviously is very involved, and I think it'd be inappropriate to not show him as well. One of the exciting new things is that GaryVaynerchuk.com is gonna start pumping out a lot more content. Think of me as like a news site, as a human. We're real, and so what I wanna specifically point to is the animated GIF story from GIF story, Steve, that I'm excited about. And you should check that out, and you should really, really check out what's going on there. I think it's, a lot of you watch my behavior and emulate it smartly, good move. And I think what we're up to there is something worth peeking at. Hope you join me on Saturday. It broke my heart that 99% of you yesterday said you're not coming. And I question your lack of commitment to the Vayner Nation, especially people in like Pennsylvania and Delaware and Ohio. Just doesn't feel that long to take a selfie. But, you know, you've decided that. Question of the day. I still don't have it. India, ask it.
What is the most amazing holiday gift you ever received?
She's so sweet. You keep asking questions, I'll keep answering them. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.